Hey everyone, I'd like to give you some details about the progress I've made on the non-VR player controller. First of all, let's just make the player give him a little more character. I don't know, what's a good color? Like green. So, can select a color. I don't know, play a little dress up here. Give him some khakis. Alright, perfect. Some other things while we're in the menu. This palette, this gradient palette actually works with the paint canvas. So you click in here to color your cursor essentially, and then you can go over here and we have a paint canvas we can draw on. So it's pretty fun. We can grab onto it, and then there's a whole bunch of manipulations you can do while you're holding something. You can it ties to the D-pad on a controller. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4 keys, but one disconnects the cursor from the middle of the screen and also locks the head down so you're not turning the head anymore. So you can toggle that on and off with one, or the up D-pad. 2 controls different forms of rotation. So if you just press 2, it'll switch between the different axes of rotation. So you can turn it over into landscape mode if you want that. And let me see, 3 makes it scrolls it in and out, and to scroll, to do any of these changes, it's all the mouse wheel, or it'd be the bumper buttons on a controller. And then 4 with the canvas resizes it, or scales it, which changes how the relative size of the cursor on the canvas. So if I scale it up and let go so I can paint, it's a little smaller. It might not be the easiest to see, and I need to add further stuff so you can fine-tune the cursor itself. We can also grab onto it with one hand, and then if you click the mouse wheel, it'll switch it, so I'm now actually controlling the other hand, and it still is set to red. And then I can set that to a different color, and that means that as I'm running around, I can still interact with things. This isn't great because it's kind of taking up the whole screen, but I can still interact with things, and like I could turn the page and get a fresh page. But anyway, let me show you. We'll turn that off for now. And then the camera is also set up to work. I haven't added the fine-tune adjustments, but it's mostly the interacting with it is the same. The only difference is 4 or the left D-pad button no longer turns it to scaling, but instead it takes the picture, so I can line it up with something and take a picture. But anyway, I actually got a little ahead of myself with that stuff. But let's get back to action. So I made it easier to switch into and out of or switch the chase camera on and off, which basically gives you a third-person mode. So we can run around like this and hop into a vehicle. It's easier to control when you're in first person. Oh, I guess we do need to power it on. But yeah. So that the controls work both with keyboard controls, so that's using the keyboard, or I can just grab the wheel with the mouse. I find it really intuitive to use, and so so does my 4-year-old nephew. I think, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But he's getting there. So let's cruise around, and this isn't even what I wanted to show you. Here, I'm gonna hop out of this. Ooh. So there was an issue when getting out of a seat. It would behave in a very not dependable way. So I seem to have solved that. So happy to report that. Let me see. I wanted to show you this. I put a little more work into the bike. So we can grab onto the handlebar, and it's a little easier to tell in third person. And yeah, just pedal around, and you know, do bike stuff. Let's go off a jump. Even almost sort of do like a trick with it. Yeah, some sort of bike trick. I don't know my bike tricks. So yeah, so those basic interactions are all working great. And might be able to make it up here. Come on, yeah. This doesn't. I need to smooth this out. Alright. And it'll stop eventually, the pedals stop. Well, it takes a while, it doesn't really break. So, oh, yeah, we also have this. So with VR, you have rockets that come out of your hands, but you don't really have full control of your hands, or it's just highly inconvenient to try to provide full control of the hands in non-VR. And rather than having rockets come out of your hands, I just stuck one in the back of your skull. So it comes out of the base of your head, and so it sort of depends where you're looking. It's coming out and downward at an angle, so you move up and forward, and that works pretty great. And then we also have the grappling hooks are working. Oh, that's good. Let me see if I can do this. Yep. Alright, now that I've flung myself away, I can show you the wings. So, clicking flaps and the arrow keys lean the wing rig, and yeah, so, and you can also look around, but it doesn't affect the direction the wings are going. That changes only from tilting and that stuff. And I was able to do this without actually changing any of the functions of the wings as they are in VR. It's a rig that holds onto them and essentially reproduces the actions you'd want to be doing in VR if you were trying to fly around. So I find it really fun, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So we can also use that with the head rocket, and if you tilt the wings down, or if you flap and then don't release, I find this works great for like a more, you have a bit more evasive control. You can turn a bit tighter. Sort of cruise around like that, like a battle ready pose or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, wings. What else is there to show you? I've just been wanting to show off that this sort of actually works. Now, okay. Not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Now some of these things, don't totally work. The grappling hook, for instance, hasn't been set up in multiplayer. The multiplayer at this point is still highly experimental and is just sort of an ongoing thing to get things ported into that. Yeah, we can switch hands, and now I'm stuck to that, which doesn't really do anything here, but if you are, I don't know, grabbing something you want to pull around, you can lock it down and just use the other hand to swing. So that's about it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but yeah, mainly just wanted to show you that I've gotten pretty much all the main mechanics working without needing a VR rig, which is great because VR is cool, but it's a very high friction activity, and I know a lot of people who I'd like to be able to play this game without too much friction. And yeah, that about covers it, I think. So anyway, let me see. We can grab onto this. Let's yeah, turn it. Oh, actually, it's a little hard to. Am I not switching? Oh, I didn't. I guess I. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay. It's a little awkward manipulating things with without full control of the hands, but you know what? It's functional, and let's see. Just trying to take a selfie. And boop. And it doesn't really give you any feedback when you take a picture, but when you do take a picture, I exposed where it saves right there, so it's easier to track down. And look at what you've taken. So let me see. So yeah, that's pretty much the stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and take care. Have a great day. All right, bye.